Really, there are two major components to cost reduction. The first and most obvious is reduce your risk, and the best way to do that is say no to more of the people that are going to commit fraud or be bad, and say yes to all those that are going to be good and positively transact in your system. But in order to do that, you can't just have such a tight policy that you're only saying yes to ones that you definitely feel good about. Otherwise, you're going to say yes to a very slim portion of the population. And so the best way to really help with that is the way that you acquire data. And the best thing to do is consume only the data you need when you need it. One thing that we find is many of our clients and folks that we work with forget that they have an extremely rich data set internally, and leverage that data that you have that you don't have to pay anything for before you ever go through the expense of acquiring data. So use that data that you have in-house and determine, can we figure out already with the data we have to say yes or say no to this potential merchant? If your internal data can't answer that question, then start to waterfall through data appropriately, but really find the data that is going to provide the most bang for your buck at first. And if you can say yes or no with that data set, great. If you still can't answer the question, then you start to waterfall down to additional data sources. But the key is really what we term as least cost routing. Only go get the data that you need when you need it, and don't pull in excessive amounts of data from very expensive providers if you don't need that data in your decision set.